Alright, bienvenue, welcome back everybody. Je m'appelle Colby. Je suis prof de français à un lycée en Hawaï. Donc, maintenant, um, on va rejoindre avec Cindy. So today, we're going to be adding on to the lesson from last week. Again, if you folks have missed the previous lessons, the previous, previous lessons, then go ahead and go over to my YouTube channel, Mr. McPenguin, and I have the videos from the first lesson, and also the second lesson is gonna go up in the today. Okay, so no cam today because I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties, but that shouldn't be a problem. So give me a sec. I'm gonna go ahead and get Cindy to come in, and we'll get started. How's everybody's day going? It is 10 o'clock in the morning in Hawaii here, so pretty early, at least for me. I'm a teacher, so I like to sleep in on the weekends. Let me tell you, this week was rough. And for my students who find this, please go easy on me. I just woke up like 10 minutes ago, so that's why I have morning voice on still. And thank God no cam because I also look a little hash. Okay, so Cindy is going to be coming on soon. So let's just recap a little bit of what went down last time. Okay, so the first lesson we did a little bit of prodding and asking Cindy like, what does she know? What is she familiar with? And then we learned a little bit of French basics, common expressions, and then we also learned numbers 1 through 30, and then we asked like a little bit more common expressions, but also how are you, which is also just as important. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and let Cindy in, and we're gonna get started. Bonjour Cindy.
Bonjour, Monsieur P.
Yep, ça va, ça va. Comment ça va, Cindy? Comment ça va? What am I asking you?
Ça va. I think it's asking, how are you?
Yeah, bon travail. Good job. So,
Yay.
so let's recap a little bit of last week. The previous lesson, the second lesson. What were some of the things that we talked about?
A lot of it is more of, the simple phrases.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And also more numbers.
Right.
I'm having a particularly harder time.
No worries. With the pronunciation, no worries. It took me many years to get my pronunciation better, so don't even worry about it. And honestly, if you feel the difficulty and you want to just like say it in an American accent, that's fine too. Like I said, I had a friend who I studied abroad with, and he was like a level above me, and he spoke French with an American accent. So it was more so like, oh, je m'appelle so and so. Comment ça va? Oh, comme ci, comme ça. Like, I mean, like more higher level things like that, but with a complete American accent. Like, I don't care if I sound like an American. I know what I'm talking about. That's fine. It worked for him. So, let's see. So today we're gonna go and learn a little bit of time. Okay, so that includes days of the week and months of the year. And we're gonna also learn how to say my birthday is, ask people when their birthday is, and so on and so forth. Okay, so again, if you don't know something, what would you say? A little bit of review.
Je ne sais pas.
Exactement, je ne sais pas. And if I ask you something and you don't understand, what would you say?
Je ne comprends pas.
Je ne comprends pas. Boom, exactement. So, I don't know, I don't understand. Two very important sayings to know when you're speaking any language, when you're learning how to speak any language. Like, oh, 我听不懂, right? Okay, so let's get it going. We're gonna move on to the next page, page 5. And, excuse me. And I'm gonna ask you, quels sont les jours de la semaine? Quels sont les jours de la semaine? Quels sont les jours de la semaine? What do you think this means?
What is the time right now?
No, not necessarily. So, quels sont les jours de la semaine means, what are the days of the week? So we see this word jour here. If you ever go to a restaurant, you would see things like soup du jour, meaning soup of the day.
Okay, yeah.
Or also like bonjour, good day. Okay, so quels sont, what are the days of the week de la semaine? All right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and write these down. Lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, and dimanche. All right, so go ahead and write these down, copy these down. We have lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, dimanche. Okay, so go ahead and répéter or répète. Ready? Lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, dimanche. Oh, I totally forgot a whole ass day of the week. Hello, I was like, why are there only 6? Samedi, so samedi. Okay, teachers make mistakes too, guys. Thank you for bearing with me. So, vendredi, samedi, dimanche.
There's 7 days in a week.
I just woke up 10 minutes ago, y'all, so bear with me. Anyway, so let me go ahead and write down the translations, and I want to see if you can notice something. Obviously, I'm sure you know what these how to spell the different days of the week in English. But there's something about the days of the week in English that differs from French, or vice versa. Okay. All right, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, so I'm just gonna say, if you're familiar with like European time, or I guess there are like different standards of time as well in other countries, but from what I'm familiar with, European standard for days of the week, or work weeks, sorry, they start on Monday. So if you ever have a job, I've had jobs where the first work day of the week is Monday. So this is very common in Europe. So you would start on Monday, and then the last day of the week is Sunday. So in America,
from like ours, like Sunday to Saturday.
Exactly, yeah. So that's a little bit different. But do you notice anything else that's different between the French spelling and the English spelling?
The lots of D.
Yeah.
Like day.
Yeah. That's one of them. So lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi, and then dimanche. Well, dimanche. That's one of them. But do you notice anything else? Something very minor, minuscule. Yeah. I asked this question as extra credit for my classes because this is just something you would not think about. It looks a little weird, but at the same time, it's like, huh, maybe it's just like that. What about the way that it like?
FBI agents like detail-oriented test.
No, like well, so maybe something like it. But if you notice, days of the week are not capitalized.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah. Yeah, because I guess in America or like in English, we capitalize days of the week, months of the year, other important like titles, I guess, for things like that. But in this case, I guess in French we do not. And it's just something super super minor. Like if you're an American, like, and you capitalize your French letters, like, you're an American if you're writing a statement like that or a piece like that. So this is just like really like this is such a minor thing, but I thought it was a
Yeah.
cool like factoid, right?
I thought it was like, there's something about the spelling that corresponds, and I was like, I don't know.
No, no worries, no worries. Like it takes it like it for someone very analytical like you, it definitely would have that definitely slipped past you. And then there are the kids in my class who are like lower on the totem pole, and they're like, are they not capitalized? And I'm like, yeah, good job, extra credit for you. Yeah. So, yeah, so let's go ahead. Let's répéter. Quels sont les jours de la semaine?
Quels sont les jours de la semaine?
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then let's say it. So, commencez. Lundi,
Lundi,
mardi,
mardi,
mercredi,
mercredi,
jeudi,
jeudi,
vendredi,
vendredi,
samedi,
samedi,
dimanche.
dimanche.
Bon, okay. So, the next thing that I wanted to talk about is aujourd'hui, c'est quel jour? Oops. Okay, what do you think I'm asking? Aujourd'hui, c'est quel jour?
Something about the day.
Yeah, so aujourd'hui means today, and then c'est quel jour means what day is it? Oh, I think I spelled kel wrong. So it's this one, not LLE. There's a minor difference between kel and kel, but anyway, I just realized that. Okay, so aujourd'hui c'est quel jour?
Aujourd'hui.
Aujourd'hui, yep, aujourd'hui,
Aujourd'hui.
yeah,
Aujourd'hui.
c'est quel jour? That means, what day is it today?
Okay.
And if you want to write that down, what day is it today? Okay, again, so aujourd'hui means today. And this is going to come up in the next portion of this lesson as well. So, aujourd'hui c'est quel jour? And how are you going to answer this? Let me tell you. Aujourd'hui, and we just love, as a teacher, we just love complete sentences, right? So, aujourd'hui, c'est blank, 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 blank. Aujourd'hui, c'est samedi.
Aujourd'hui, c'est samedi.
Samedi, boom, exactly. Okay, so if I asked you again, oh, aujourd'hui, c'est quel jour?
Aujourd'hui, c'est samedi.
C'est samedi, boom. So in French, like they like to smash words together. So samedi is like a correct pronunciation of it, but you can also just say samedi.
Oh, samedi.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. Aujourd'hui c'est samedi. And then if I asked you, demain c'est quel jour? Where have you seen the word demain before?
It's in the previous slide.
Yeah. So if I were said, oh, au revoir Cindy, à demain, what do you think that means? And you feel free to go back to the previous slides too.
I remember without it, but never mind. Tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah. So if I asked you, demain, c'est quel jour? How would you answer that?
Oh, it's tomorrow. What day is it tomorrow?
Yep. So how would you answer that? Sorry.
Dimanche?
Yeah, bon, exactement. So demain, c'est dimanche. And I liked how you didn't use aujourd'hui because we're talking about tomorrow, not today. So demain, oops. Demain, c'est blank, 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 blank. Oops. Blank, 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 blank. Bon, exactement. There you go. Demain, c'est blank, 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 blank. Alrighty. So, aujourd'hui, c'est quel jour? What day is it today? Aujourd'hui, c'est samedi.
Sunday.
I thought it was vendredi for a second. I was like, huh? Wait. Boom. Okay, now I want you to practice asking the question as well. So, ask me what day is it today?
C'est quel jour?
Aujourd'hui, c'est samedi. Aujourd'hui, c'est samedi. And then ask me what day is it tomorrow?
Demain, c'est quel jour?
Demain, c'est dimanche. Alright, bon travail.
Did I get that pronunciation right? It sounds very, like, clunky.
I mean, of course, you're still figuring out how to pronounce every single thing, so no worries. When you do get a little bit more comfortable with saying these words, like aside from pronunciation, then you would add the intonation. So aujourd'hui c'est quel jour? Like if you're asking it in English, like what day is it today? Not what day is it today. So don't even worry about that either. But aujourd'hui c'est quel jour?
Wow, so pro.
I can already tell you your pronunciation is great. You just need to be more comfortable with it, and that's fine. Okay, and then one last question for you is hier c'est actually, you know what? Never mind. We don't need to learn that one yet. We don't need to learn that one yet. Alright, so we learned about the days of the week. Now let's move on over to the months of the year. Hold on, let me get this out. Actually, let me just resize this. And now, here we go. Alright, so we're talking about the months of the year. So, quels sont les mois de l'année? Okay, the question is, quels sont les mois de l'année? Quels sont les mois de l'année?
Wait, is there a D in there? Or at least it sounds like a D?
Quels sont les mois? Oops. Yep. Also misspelled that. Quels sont les mois de l'année? What are the months of the year?
Wait, sorry, could you repeat that again?
Quels sont les mois de l'année?
De l'année. Okay.
Okay, so année. So from the word année, we get words in English like anniversary. What else? Annuary, annual, meaning yearly, right?
Oh, okay.
So quels sont les mois de l'année? And let me tell you. We have, janvier, février, mars, Avril. I'm not writing it as fast as I can speak it. Mai, juin. Oops. And then you have juillet, août, septembre, octobre, novembre, and décembre. Okay, so go ahead and copy these down. Janvier, février, mars, avril, mai, juin, juillet, août, septembre, novembre, and décembre.
Wait, I think you skipped over October.
October, November, December. Thank you very much. It's one of those days today. Okay, so again, répétez, répétez. I'm gonna just put les mois de l'année sont. This is how you answer the question. So if I ask you the question, quels sont les mois de l'année? Les mois de l'année sont janvier, février, mars, avril, mai, juin, juillet, août, septembre, octobre, novembre, and décembre. Décembre. Yep. So they're most of these months are very, very similar to their English spelling. Similar, not the same. But let's see. January. So when it ends with an ER, it makes it A sound. So janvier and février. Février. Mars, avril, mai, and juin. So the two that people, I want to say maybe the 4 months that people kind of get like clunky with their spelling is février, because it doesn't look similar to the English spelling. So it might sound a little, and the way you pronounce it is just a little bit different as well. They might most likely will forget the R after the V. So F-E-V-R-I-E-R. So février, and then also juin is also going to be another one that people are going to forget, because it's really, the pronunciation is just weird. J-U-I-N, juin. And then there's also juillet for July. Okay, juillet looks like Juliet, but it's J-U-I and not J-U-L-L-E-I or L-L-I-E-T. It's juillet.
Yes.
The U-I makes that we sound, the juillet.
Oh, okay.
And then when you have double L's, it makes that ya sound, juillet.
Okay.
So répétez juillet. And also juin. Boom. And then also the last one that people are going to get confused on is août. A-O-U-T.
Yeah, that looks like the least.
It definitely looks the weirdest, because like A-O-U-T, like how does that not make the ow sound? But it's just oot.
So it's basically like the A and it's like the A and the O is silent.
Kind of, sort of. Like in French, the O-U actually makes the oo sound.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's more so the A is silent. That's a little bit. That's a little bit of like a little bit of phonetic things. To be honest, as a linguist and as a French learner, even I don't know which letter is silent. But by that logic, yeah, the A would be silent technically.
Okay.
But also that caret top on top of the U is called a circumflex. So I think that definitely adds emphasis on the pronunciation of the vowels as a whole. So instead of like if the circumflex weren't there, it'd probably be like out. It would probably be out. But because the circumflex is there, there's an emphasis on the U sound or the combination of it, which would be ut.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then September, October, November, and December are very, very, very similar. And my mentor teacher likes to tell her students that if you can't spell those, if you misspell those, there's no hope for you. And then go figure, when I'm writing the homework down, like when I'm making the assignments for my kids, I spell those wrong. Like I put ER instead of RE. And so my kids just roast me. And I'm like, yeah, there's no hope for me. That's why I'm your teacher.
Oh, poor thing. I can just see your like kids on your Zoom lessons, just like I don't know.
No, and I was like, you know what Madame said? If you can't spell September, October, November, December, there's no hope for you. And my one kid, like, just like straight up, he's like, but you misspelled them. And I'm like, yes, thank you, so and so. I did. There's no hope for me.
See, at least it wasn't like back in the day where they would just throw something at you.
Oh, well, I mean, they get lickings for that anyway. No, I'm kidding. So, let's see. Another thing that I wanted to do was oh, okay. And then another important question, since we're learning about the date, is quelle est la date? Oops. Aujourd'hui. Oui. Quelle est la date aujourd'hui? What do you think I'm asking you here?
Like what's today's date?
Yeah,
Like, the actual-
exactly. So la date is date. So quelle est la date aujourd'hui? Well, okay, and it's a good thing that we learned up to 30 last time, because now this is important, right? So quelle est la date aujourd'hui? And then to answer this question, aujourd'hui, this is the formula. Oops. Aujourd'hui, c'est le. I'm gonna put the number here. Oops. Number plus month. Wow. Oops. Okay. Aujourd'hui, c'est le 26 septembre. For example, aujourd'hui, oops, c'est le 26 septembre. Okay, and then very similar to the days of the week, we do not capitalize months. Okay, quelle est la date aujourd'hui? Aujourd'hui.
Day and then month, but not capitalized month.
Mm-hmm, correct. Okay, aujourd'hui c'est le 26 septembre. One tidbit or one factoid that's really important to know here is that in France or in Europe in general, dates are written day first and then month. So for today's date, for example, which is a great example, is today's date is going to be 26/9/20. Oops. 26 and 9. And then you can put 2020. So this also will help you to remember or figure out how to say the date in French. So in regular dates, if you're writing it out in the numerals, day comes first and then the month. So just like how you're saying it, aujourd'hui, say the date and then the month. The day and then the month. So c'est le 26 septembre.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. So if I asked you, quelle est la date aujourd'hui?
Aujourd'hui, c'est le 26 septembre.
Not 10, 26.
26.
26.
Okay.
Okay, remember, 6 is 6.
6.
Mm-hmm.
26.
26. Yep, 26.
Well, there goes my house right now.
Oh. Oh. No worries.
Yeah, that's finally the construction's happening.
I see. No worries. We'll make it through this. We're almost, so, let's see. So, quelle est la date aujourd'hui? Aujourd'hui, c'est le number and then the month. Okay, so if I were to ask you, for example, what is the date if today's date were, let me see, 12. Oops, that's 21/12. That's fine, that works. So, how would you say this? If I asked you, quelle est la date aujourd'hui? And this is the date. What is the date?
20 21.
So 21.
Oh, 21.
Mm-hmm, there you go. Better.
December.
You would say, c'est le 21 décembre. Okay?
Okay.
Meaning that's, or it is the 21st of December. So let me write that out for you. C'est le, okay, c'est le 21 décembre. Or if you wanted to just say it, just the 21st of December, you would say just le 21 décembre. Okay, it's important that you have the le here because you're saying the 21st of December. Okay, a lot of my students forget when they were answering questions on the quiz. Some of my students did forget le, and this is important because you're saying the 21st of December.
Okay, so what does say mean just by itself?
Say means it's or that's.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's like asking, oh, qui, like, c'est qui, who is that, or that is who, and you would say, c'est Kobe Bryant, or c'est un élève, that is a student.
Okay.
Did we learn that?
I knew we learned like it and alcohol, but.
Mm-hmm. No worries. So, yes. So the say, so the C apostrophe EST is it's. Okay? It's or that's. Or that is. Okay. And then the last thing that I want to ask you about these dates, at least for now, is quelle est la date de ton anniversaire? Okay, what do you think this question means? Quelle est la date de ton anniversaire?
What date is the anniversary?
Not necessarily anniversary, but what else do you think anniversary could mean? Quelle est la date de ton anniversaire? If I told you, bon anniversaire, joyeux anniversaire. You get lots of presents on this day.
The year?
You're close. So it's birthday. So anniversaire means birthday. Quelle est la date de ton anniversaire? I know, a lot of people look at it, they're like, what is anniversary? Even students in my French 3 class are like, anniversary? And my mentor teacher and I look at each other and we're like, no, we learned this in French 1. Anniversaire means birthday.
I would have been like very sad if you're like, when's your anniversary? And I'm like, I don't have an anniversary.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, same. But like, that's why in French it's a little bit different. So, quelle est la date de ton anniversaire, meaning your birthday. What is the date of your birthday? And then, in order to answer this, you would say the same thing. C'est le. I'm gonna say le 8 septembre. C'est mon anniversaire. C'est le 8 septembre. Yep. So Cindy, quelle est la date de ton anniversaire?
C'est le 3 mai.
C'est le 3 mai. Oops. C'est le 3 mai. C'est May 3rd, right? Boom. All right.
Would you not put like the year with it? Or
I
do
mean,
the French not usually add it?
they don't usually ask for the year, unless they ask you, like, unless they want to know specifically the year you were born. So like, quelle est la date de ton anniversaire? C'est le 3 mai. Et aussi, they would ask probably something along the lines of l'année aussi, like, and the year also. And we will get to that, how to say the year as well. I believe in the next lesson. But for now, we're gonna learn all the way up to 100. 100? No. 69. We'll see. How far did you get last time? Totally forgot. 30. Okay, yeah. Okay, so just a quick recap of all of the things that we learned so far, today at least. Quels sont les jours de la semaine? And I completely forgot to tell you how to answer this question, but let me just write that down. So very similar to the month of the year. Quels sont les jours de la semaine? Les jours de la semaine sont les jours de la semaine sont.
Okay. Les jours de la semaine
sont. So literally means the days of the week are. So means are. Okay. So I'm gonna ask you, quels sont les jours de la semaine? And you say.
Les jours de la semaine sont lundi,
mardi,
mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi, dimanche.
Boom. Good. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a question like, what day does TGIF refer to?
Vendredi.
C'est vendredi. Boom. Okay. What is everybody's least favorite day of the week?
Lundi.
C'est lundi. Boom. Or I could also say, what is the first day of the week in Europe? And you can say c'est lundi. Okay. Let's see. What day is also known as hump day?
Mercredi.
C'est mercredi. Boom. And let's see. And some people go to church or temple on this day.
Dimanche.
C'est dimanche. Okay, let's see. This day is this is a hard one. Okay, like this is like everybody's second least favorite day of the week because it's not Friday, but it's almost Friday.
Jeudi.
C'est jeudi. Boom. Okay, and then the last one, let's see. How do I say this? Well, technically not the last one, but
Is it the day of tacos?
oh yeah, I like that. The day of tacos. Yeah. What is the day of tacos?
Mardi.
C'est mardi. Oh yeah, I love that. The day of tacos. I'm gonna write that down. Let me see. The day of tacos. I love learning these kinds of things. The day of tacos.
This is how you know, like, on Tuesdays, I'm just like, I want a taco.
Taco Tuesdays. All right, so let's see. And if you another little factoid. So mardi means Tuesday, right? And that's where we get the name Fat Tuesday or Mardi Gras.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So the French people who colonized like Louisiana area, they're the ones who brought over like the French influence, of course. And so the whole idea, the whole festivities of Fat Tuesday is that, like, I think it's before like Lent, I believe, and they just like eat. A
stuff
lot.
themselves before I think they gotta fast, right?
Right. I'm
Lent.
pretty sure that that's what it's meant to be. Historically, I'm not a history buff, but I'm pretty sure because like it's Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is like 3 days later. That's Good Friday. Yeah. Passover and then Lent, Easter, all those things. Okay, yeah. It's just a little factoid. And then, again, reviewing, quels sont les mois de l'année? Quels sont les mois de l'année?
Les mois de l'année sont. What month are we in? September.
Oh, no. The question is, what are the months of the year?
Okay. Okay. Les mois de l'année sont.
Janvier. Février. Bon. Mars. Avril.
May.
Mai.
May.
Juin.
Juin. Juin. Juillet.
Août.
September.
Septembre.
September. October.
October, yeah.
October. November.
November. So the EM makes that ah sound.
November.
Décembre. Same thing. So septembre, the EM always makes that sound. So the septembre, November, and décembre. Whoa.
The BREs really trips me up.
No worries. Yeah, that's why French is an easy language to learn, but it's also an easy language, hard language to speak and pronounce. So
yes.
Totally fine. Okay, and then let's see. Quelle est la date aujourd'hui?
Aujourd'hui, c'est le 26.
26
September.
Septembre. Yep. Aujourd'hui, c'est le 26 septembre. Bon. Alrighty. And then last one. Quelle est la date de ton anniversaire?
C'est le 3 mai.
C'est le 3 mai. Bon. Alrighty. Bon travail. Good job. Now we're going to move back to our numbers. Let's see. Actually, let's move her into a new board, into a new Jamboard. So page 6. Okay. So we're gonna start with what was the last number that we learned?
Third.
Oops. Okay. 1 sec.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. 30. 39 and 40. Sorry, give me a sec while I adjust this. And 50. And then 51, 52, 53. Oops. 59 and 60. Because I can already tell you this is going to be super easy.
Wait, your 30 is in the wrong place.
What do you mean?
Your 30 is in the wrong place.
What 30? Which 30?
The one on the left hand side?
Oh, shoot. Oh. I was like 30. I'm at 33. My bad. Haha. Thank you very much. So 51, 52, 53, all the way down to 60. And then let's go from 61, 62, 63, and 70. Okay, so this is all we're going to need to learn for now, because this is all we're going to need to know. Okay, we're definitely going to build more on these. Oops, I missed one. There we go. Okay, so oh, there we go. Okay, so this is how I plan all of my lessons and stuff. So, like, you get to see the behind the scenes.
I can see how it would take like hours to prep like a week.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay, so copy this, paste, paste, and paste. Okay, so if my kids are watching this, this is the behind the scenes, guys. Please appreciate your teacher. Merci. Alrighty, so again, same principle as the last one. And try to make sure that this all fits. But so, what was 30?
30.
30. 30 et 1. Okay, so 31, 32, 33. And why do you think I put the arrow here? Not because I was lazy, but
It's basically the same.
Exactly.
Going all the way down.
39 and 40. Okay, so let us count from 31 to 40. Okay, so here we go. 31.
31.
Mm-hmm. 32.
32.
33.
33.
34.
34.
Mm-hmm. 35.
37.
5.
6.
36.
26.
37.
37.
38.
38.
39.
39.
40.
How is it?
40. So you can say 40. 40 is fine too. 40. With the back of your throat. 40. Mm-hmm. There you go. 40. Okay, so same thing here. 41. Oops. Oops. 41. 42. Ooh, nothing fits. 43. 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 40, oh, 50. 50. Okay, so most times my students get confused between 40 and 50 because they look very similar, but if you remember from the basics, number 4 is 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so 40 is more similar to 4. 40. So that means 40, 40. And then 5 is 5. So when you're saying 50, it's 50. Mm-hmm. So let's count from 41 to 50. Okay, ready and commencez. 41. 41, yep. And then you can also say 42 with the French, with the American R. 42.
42.
43.
43.
44.
Wait, can you say it again?
44.
Oh, 44.
Mm-hmm. 45.
45.
Yep. 46.
46.
47.
47.
48.
48.
49.
49.
And 50.
50.
Well, there you go. Okay. And then we're almost there.
The cues are going to be the death of me, because it's going to be.
Which one?
The The Q's.
The Q's, the R's, and the OI's, all of those. I already know. That was the biggest, that's one of the harder ones to pronounce. Okay, it helps to understand that going back, like I said, the QU's make that K sound. Mm-hmm. 50. And then 53. Okay, because once you learn like 50, like 30, 40, 50, 60, everything after that, all of those numbers are going to be super easy to learn. But when we get into like 70, 80, and 90, that's where it gets a little bit messy. And you'll find out why. 59. Okay. 50. Oh, whoops, no, that's not it. 60. Alright, so 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, and 60. Again, the OI makes the wa sound, so that turns into 60. Okay, so let's count from 51 to 60. Ready? And commencez. 51.
51.
Mm-hmm. 52.
52.
53.
53.
54.
57.
4.
Oh, 4.
Mm-hmm. 55.
58.
5.
57.
5, like 5, 5. 5. Yep. 56.
56.
Mm-hmm. 57.
57.
58.
58.
59.
59.
And 60.
60.
Yes. Boom. Okay, and then just to finish up, we have same principle, 61. 61, 62. 63. 69. You know, as a middle schooler, this was like not a middle schooler, as a preteen or like as a teenager going through puberty and learning about all of this stuff in high school, 69 was the funniest number we learned in high school. The funniest thing we ever learned in high school in French. 69. Thinking back, we're like, oh my god, we're so mature.
Remember when that was like the height of comedy for younger us?
Yeah. Remember when like was it blue waffle special fried rice were a thing?
Oh my god. Wow, this nostalgia. I say it's nostalgia when we're like, what, 8 years max?
That was like how long ago was that? Like 10 years ago. Oh shoot. So like probably at the height of like that for me that was 10 years ago. Like when I was in high school or even middle school would be probably like 12 years ago.
Wow, time has flown by.
Seriously. Okay, now and then the last one, 70. And that is not a typo.
Oh, 70 is just 60 plus 10.
Yep. And you'll also understand. You'll also figure out pretty easily what 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, all the way to 79 is. 70, 71, 72. Okay, but for now we're gonna just leave it at that. But let's count from 61 to 70. Ready? Commencez. And 61.
61.
62.
62.
63.
63.
64.
64.
65.
65.
66.
66.
67.
67.
68.
68.
69.
69.
neuf, yep, and 70.
70.
Yep, there you go. So let's count from 10 to 70 by tens.
Okay.
Can handle? We're gonna count by tens.
Tens. 10, so it's 10.
10, 20,
20.
20,
20.
mhm,
30.
30,
30.
30, mhm, 40,
Uh,
40,
40.
40, or 40,
40.
mhm,
40.
50,
50.
50,
50.
mhm,
60.
60,
70.
and 70. Boom, there you go. Okay, so we're gonna keep practicing them. So we're gonna keep practicing these more, and then next week maybe we'll do like by threes or by fives, by 12s, however. Okay.
Okay.
And then also for next week, I want to do, now that we've expanded a little bit more on time and numbers and dates. After next week's lesson, we should be able to carry on like a very, very, very simple conversation. Like an expanded simple conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's pretty much like language learning in general is like expanding on a simple conversation anyway. But next week we are going to be learning more time, like specifically how to tell time. So that's going to be really exciting. It's going to be a little bit confusing, but I'm really excited to be able to do this. And there's a lot of things, there are a lot of subtleties in time. It's gonna be a whole lesson in and of itself. So I'm excited for that. And I will keep in touch with you about like assignments or different kinds of audio things that we could do as well. So when I go through my lesson planning for my students this week, I will also try to remember that for you as well.
Yeah. I think I also sent you like 2 of the assignments that I did.
Okay, cool. We will I will take a look at them and we can correct those together as well next week as well. Oops. Alrighty. So that pretty much concludes our lesson for this week. Do you have any questions or any like comments about what we've learned or anything we've learned up to now?
No question. It's just numbers are hard.
Yeah.
It's ironic because like people are like, oh, Chinese is like the hardest language, and here I am. I'm like, are you sure it's not French?
Well, yeah, actually, like each language in and of themselves have their own like difficulties, and so I'm glad that like there's an outsider coming in now and like understanding the different subtleties and the difficulties of each language. You know, because like I'm a French speaker, like I'm an English French speaker, and learning Chinese was hard. But now, like reverse, you're a Chinese speaker,
Yeah.
and learning French is difficult. So like it has its difficulties in itself. As easy as it is to learn, it's also just as difficult to do other things.
Yes, I have so much more appreciation for like your struggle in Chinese class now. Where, like I'm mixing stuff up, and I was like, oh, is French and Chinese like that similar together? And now I'm learning this, and I'm like,
Yeah,
it's not similar. It's just difficult.
Just wait until we actually get into like grammar structure, like real grammar structure, and then you'll be thinking in Chinese, but Chinese grammar structure, but also with like French words and vice versa. So,
oh man. Gosh.
Alrighty, thank you so much, Cindy, and thank you everybody for watching. Please check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/mechpenguinx, or also check out my videos for these lessons, the previous lessons, on my YouTube at Mr. McPenguin. Thanks, guys, and I will see you folks next week. And thank you, Cindy.
Thank you.